hold you there for the time being. Order restored in Burma. Burma, a young kingdom recently facing a deep political crisis, has restored order thanks to a swift and resolute action of the Ostasian fleet. The Burmese ambassador acknowledged their appreciation for the German Empire and admired Helmuth Muck. Now they are seeking closer relations with German Empire to protect their independence and their stability. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to the Empire! Mexico has joined the Third Internationale. Interesting. So, North America is almost certainly going to be a battlefield in the War of the Third Internationale. They reinforced at the last second. Oh, man. You got kind of lucky there. Let's cancel those orders. Just leave you where you are for the moment. How are we doing over on this side? Holding steady. Gotta be inflicting some serious casualties. Gonna do something I don't think I've ever done before. Mini front lines. This way they get planning preparation. And then they can push and hopefully do some serious damage to the motorized unit. Alexi, Spiritual Obligation, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to see so many of you joining us today. Are there any other commanders who need skills added? Munstein does. Fortress Buster or Scavenger. I don't think any of those, to be quite honest. You guys don't have commanders. You two don't need anything. And neither do you. We are kind of waiting for the CSA to just keep pushing from the north. Let us extinguish the United States here. What are you guys lacking? Oh, you're lacking motorized now as well. Oh, you are as well. Okay, we will start producing some more motorized. Furthermore, guard units, just out of interest. We did give you artillery, field hospital, recon. That's going to require even more motorized. And now you are my elite forces, so we're going to give you that sign symbol. Death's Head Legion. And do I like that? No, that's how you switch them. They're the Imperial Guard, really. That's a bit too royalist as opposed to Imperial. I know the wreath is like Roman, but we're not Roman. We're not Austrians. We know that we are neither Holy nor Roman nor well, actually we are an empire. Give them the rainbow. Nah. I do like that one. It's a cool symbol. None of the others really appeal. Maybe that one, but that's more of a paratrooper thing. We'll stick with this. And eventually we may want to remove some regular infantry forces for more artillery. But right now we're good. And yeah, I'm going to start adding some more motorized, I think. We're going to reduce... No, we're not going to reduce the number of heavy tanks. I like having heavy tanks. Heavy tanks are useful. We're going to reduce the number of fighters and light tanks. And we're going to build more motorized instead. Yeah. Syndicalist in the Baratia Commune. As the leader of the Baratia Commune's faction of moderates and its recently elected head of state, A.K. Fazlul Huk gave a fiery speech in an electrified crowd in Calcutta today, promising that his new syndicalist government would usher in an era of prosperity and industrial growth for the nation. He dismissed any notion that this might mean more conciliatory approach towards the dominion of India to the north and the princely federation to the west, saying the commune would do whatever it took to spread the workers' revolution across the Indian subcontinent and the rest of the world. His election is interpreted in many corners as an indication of closer relations with syndicalist nations elsewhere, and some are speculating whether this might mean an entry for the Baratia Commune into the Commune of France's Internationale faction. That's not good, because they've already got Mexico in it. Oh, you left. Oh, alright then. That was a mistake. Meanwhile, here, let's not spread ourselves quite so thin. And there's the extra research funding, which is another research slot, which is kind of the last thing I need right now. We could go for the military expansion so that we could start working our way towards the militarist revival and the new textbooks. New textbooks would allow us to start working on a doctrine. Alternatively, we could do the subsidies for Siemens, Deutsche Bahn, Reichsautobahn, ZP1, Zip 1, Zip 2, Zip 3, and then the economic boom. Oh, these are all really short. Yeah, we'll do this. Siemens is one of many middle to larger sized businesses that form the heart of the German economy. By making contacts within them and some smaller industry companies, we can begin treading the slow and steady path to economic recovery. Before we do that, actually, I just want to double check what the differences between Siemens and Krupp are. Siemens was one of the... no, it was one of these. It's Krupp or Krupp Monopal. So that's the base level, that's the upgraded. So we would gain 5% more military factory construction speed and 5% more industrial research speed. We are going to be doing a fair amount of industrial research. For Siemens, which was here. Right, it was only 5% more air research. It doesn't actually increase the stats of the aircraft at all. But it does mean that we can get a bunch more factories. I mean, chances are we won't even use the heavy bomber things. Like Albatross would be a lot better for the agility and range for fighters. Yeah. I think we're going to go Siemens, but we're not necessarily going to get Siemens as a design company. I mean, what was Krupp again? Krupp was the industrial concern. I mean, what would the alternatives be? Nah. Production efficiency cap plus 10. That plus dispersed industry could be really strong. Radar station construction speed's nice. Yeah, see, I'd rather go for the Gewerkschaft Deutsche Kaiser. Civilian factory construction speed plus 15%. Well, actually, baseline Krupp would be good too. Actually, yeah, Krupp is a good choice. Civilian construction and military construction. I mean, 20% more? That's a huge amount. That gives me 4 factories. 1, that's 5, 6, 7, 8 factories. Just get so many more this way. Sod it, we're going Siemens. Can you read that out? Yes, I did. And now we have even more research slots, and I still have no idea what I want to do with them. We got the cut-off yet. Almost. Now we do. It's not turning on. Come on. There we go. Counter-attacking. That's fine. Meanwhile, how are we doing over here? Seems totally fine. Let's start putting some pressure on Washington. What's Washington worth? 40. Thanks. I mean, actually, hang on. What I should be doing is trying to get across here. So we're going to wait for this attack to fail. Then we're going to attack... Well, that's going to be attacking into those Japanese troops, so we could try to attack across here. Basically, we need to be across this river, so we're not attacking across a river. Oh, Mordred, research on Navy stuff. We're actually fully up to date on Navy. It's part of the reason I'm not doing it. Got everything. And these are actually 38s. Can't get them yet. Oh no, that's not true. We can now. Wait, these are 38s, but these are 37s? What? Okay. So... What kind of ship do I want to focus on? I don't think the armoured cruisers are really going to do us much. This is really between the fast battleships and the dreadnoughts. Fast battleships are more for long-distance, Pacific-type warfare. Fast battleships is more of an American thing. I think we still want the dreadnoughts. We just want the really, really big, beastly, slog-it warships. And that definitely means armour. And we can actually spend this to make it quicker. Do it. And research that too. Okay. Let's do the Mordred thing and research, Whoa, no. You guys are staying here. Is there anywhere else that we can kind of punch through? Yeah, it's right there, in fact. And then I want both of you to leave those units so you don't go sprinting over to the east coast again. Thanks! Meanwhile, over here. Not going as well. Greece has capitulated. Oh, the Ottomans joined on the Bulgarian side. Interesting. Huh. Do I watch Game of Thrones? If so, what do I think of the last episode? I haven't actually watched it yet, so I don't know. No spoilers, please. That's one thing I do need to do. Catch up. way. You can go that way. That's another unit destroyed. How many troops do you still have? Quite a few. Like 75? It's about the same number that we do. CSA is definitely, like, getting ahead in terms of military. You're starting to get a couple more convoys together, which is good. At this point, we've definitely got the population and industrial advantage. We just need to hold it. Right, any more gaps? Oh yeah, over here. Let's take more of the coastline. Through them. In fact, come down to Fresno and then go along the plains. Take that port. Meanwhile, the Russians have taken the whole Delaware Peninsula back. I like the fact that you're attacking into me, because then it's just going to be the one guy left. The weaker you get, the more likely I can... In fact, you're both attacking. Ooh, that's bad for them. That's really, really bad. And really, really good for us. 406 defense. Yeah, we are crushing it. With the Swiss government overthrown by syndicalist rebels, there is chaos in many predominantly German cities in Switzerland. Many, fearing punitive action from the new government, have fled across the border into Germany and are seeking the protection of the Kaiser and the syndicalist menace. Free manpower, sure. Oh, you attacked me, you sod. Jewish immigrants from Algeria. The military junta in Algiers has recently become increasingly hostile towards the Jewish population. While many Algerian Jews have decided to emigrate to the Palatinate, others have decided to try their luck in Germany. The Reich and the German people welcome them. Manpower, political power. France dislikes us. Settle them in Madagascar, we get a free factory there. Less manpower. Oh, no. Settle them in Madagascar. Let's get the extra factory. Do you have any idea how I can get more FPS in this game? No. And we have one slot available. We're making it last as long as we possibly can. Oh, they've fortified this whole front again. Curses. Oh, but that's free. Go. Go, 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 go. Basically just poking at their the gaps in their lines and just feel like, mine. Oh, the US is actually pushing back against the CSA. That's excellent, because it means the CSA is going to have to send more troops over here to bolster. It also means that they're going to be stretching their own lines thinner and thinner. We can actually attack that. We can attack there? And we're across. Super elite veterans. Nice. Aww. Curses. No, not you. You stay there. You stay here. Meanwhile, I'm seeing gaps in your lines. Let's go and crush that unit. One less horseman to worry about. How are we doing against the US? Slowly but surely. How's the Siamese Civil War going? Looks like the Siamese Federation is going to win that one. And the Baltic Duchy is going to win that one. That's good. And I think I'm going to buy in a little bit more oil. One more from Azerbaijan. And then we're going to buy in some from the American Union State. And that way we can start building a surplus of oil to fill my oil tanks up. Subsidies for Siemens are done. So let's get Deutsche Bahn, and then the Reichsautobahn. Germany is a large, busy nation, and the most practical solution for transporting goods and supplies is definitely locomotives. Funding a quick project to touch up our rail system and extend it to some of the more rural parts of the country will stimulate the economy and help connect the nation a bit more. And we have free thingies. Civilian factories. I don't think we want to build any more refineries. So let's just keep the road network going. Thanks for the opportunity. Americans are pushing really quite hard out of here. I'm surprised that they still have the equipment for this. I guess they still have a lot of factories. This is just ahead of time. I mean, we can wait a bit longer. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. What's the Spanish side doing? Oh! We won! Well, that's a nice surprise to wake up to. Well done. Well done indeed. Let's get some more attack ability going, and then we'll, you know, attack it. We'll take out Galicia, and that's basically just... Ooh, dear. It's not going for Madrid, but this isn't looking good. We need to take out the Carlists as quickly as we can. How is that fight looking? Not as big a deal as I was kind of hoping. There's a gap. Time for the vroom vrooms to do their job. Vava vroom. In fact, I'm seeing gaps up here. If I can get this type of cutoff going, I'd be pretty happy. I mean, that's ambitious. That's really ambitious. But hey, worth a try. You've also got maximum skill. I think I'm going to turn you into a guard infantry unit. And you. And furthermore, you, and you are also going to become guard units. And probably require training. Though not a huge amount, we're swapping out the light tanks for the heavy tanks. Repairs drill. That's what I was pressing. And how is the construction of my refits going? Ooh, that's almost done. Sweet. Got it down to just like 4 days now. That's cool.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Los, ausrücken. Ihre Befehle.
November. There's weird green screen stuff happening on your hair and shoulder. That's nothing I can do about that. That's fairly normal. Green screen technology is by no means perfect. And sometimes, like, the light isn't quite right. I've got it set up as well as I can, but this is just like an amateur setup. I'm not in a studio or anything. Alright, yeah, we're going to start working on this. They changed naval secretary, looks different. Yeah, I think that's a Kaiserreich thing. The Socialist Republic of Iran has declared war on the Ottoman Empire. Everyone is going socialist. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Need to make sure that we don't get cut off here. That would be very bad. Rebellion in Yemen. The Welsh Creek caused tremendous damage to the already struggling Ottoman Empire. Large sections of the Arabian Peninsula were cut off from the Sublime Porte's rule for years due to the successes of the Arab revolt. All the same, with the peace with honour, the Yemeni vilayet was to some extent able to be brought back under Ottoman rule, at least in theory. For many years, Yemen has mostly run its own affairs, with the Sultan's gaze firmly on his own domestic troubles. With conflict erupting in Suez and across the Holy Land, Yemen has once again been cut off from the bulk of the Ottoman army. Taking advantage of this opportunity, combined with the perceptible weakness of the Ottoman state, the Imam has publicly declared the creation of a new independent kingdom. What the hell has happened to Spain's armies? You have like 12. Mashrak has joined the Cairo Pact. I'm getting concerned here. Fall of Gibraltar. Reports from Gibraltar confirm the fortress has been captured by the anarcho-syndicalist troops. What's happened? Why does this always happen to the Kingdom of Spain? They just fall apart. I don't get why. Looks like they just didn't fight each other. Impossible. No, they have been fighting. It's just that Spain just... I don't know what it is, but there's just something about the Kingdom of Spain. They just suicide somehow.